Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Now I was having to think about two things. I have a surplus of cocktail sticks. What can I make out of them? And can I make an easy sculpture out of them? Something that pretty much anyone can do. So we're going to try and answer both those questions today. I thought about making a Wicker Man, well, a cocktail stick man. And I was trying to think of the easiest way to do this because I've tried gluing cocktail sticks together in the past with mixed results. With super glue, it does not work very easily. It keeps sticking to your fingers more than the cocktail stick. But I know PVA glue works, courtesy of the Sea Dragon. So I was wondering if using a bit of how we did it with the Sea Dragon and a bit of what we know PVA glue doesn't stick to, can we get at least a body put together using one of my many jelly cups here. These are just cups that I keep from like the like ready-made store-bought jellies you can get that are like one-person servings. So what I did was, using a bit of string, I roughly measured what space we need to cover. And I was thinking, because I'm not going to get them to stick on there and stay upright, they're just going to keep slipping down or popping back. What if I made them in a sheet format and then tried to wrap that around and then tie it with a bit of string to hold it there and just leave that in the front room to dry? And probably do a similar sort of thing for the arms and legs. Get some cling film, bundle a load together with PVA glue, roll them up like a sausage, and leave them to dry. This is just going to be an experiment, and if it works, it'll be super cool. What I really want to try and do is perhaps have a bit that you can open. What we're going to do first is see if we can actually get these around that. Right, let's just try and do this. See if we can get this to work before everything falls out of my drawer. So I'm going to put not too much, just a splodge of that there. I have some kitchen roll to hand because I'm going to get messy. Let's just spread this out using one of these cocktail sticks. And we know we're roughly in here. So let's just put all of these down. Right, let's try and do this. Perhaps if we take it from here. So we don't mind if there's a gap, because we're thinking about having an opening. This might work. If we're going to have an opening, we can always cut it open at that point. Let's just stick a couple in this gap. Right. It might not even need the string. It might be okay, you know. Okay. I reckon we can get away with that. Right. I've got 4 pieces of cling film folded in half. Let's see if we can create some sausages. Right. Minimal glue. Right. Let's squidge a number of these in here. How's that going to look bundled up? Let's find out. So we'll see if this works. We're committed now, so hopefully it'll work. Right. There's our sausages. There's a bit of runaway, but that doesn't matter as long as it doesn't run away too much. I don't want it to spill over. I will potentially put like a couple across the face, just for like a mouth. you know, some basic features, like little pieces of those snapped and just literally splodged on there. So let's look at getting a little head. Better having all of the pointy bits down and the rough bits at the top. I think either way it's going to look pretty cool. The head can definitely be thicker than the arms and legs. That's probably going to be a really fat head now, but that's alright, we're going to go with it. And when it's dry, we'll decide then where it's going to go, pointy side up or broken side up. It's our little head. Yeah, anything else that we decide to do, we'll have to decide to do after these bits are dry. I'm going to move this to the middle though, because I think I'll turn my back on that in the front room. And before I know it, it will be glued to whatever surface I've left it drying on. This is going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing how this guy works. I mean, he will work, just how will he look when he's done? And also, how am I going to get these glued to that? We will worry about that when we get to that stage. Alright. We have a little dry head and some little dry arms and legs. This was a good idea. I've saved getting this off so we can do this one together. But I'm already thinking these might need to go for a round 2 because they're looking quite small compared to the body. Can we get the body off of here? We can. It's a bit delicate in some places, so we might stick the body back on there and go for a round 2 with the body as well. That definitely seems to be a piece all by itself. Yeah, let's see if we can get more on here and more on here. I think this is still going to be the best way to do it. There to there. So I can see clearly where the gap is that side. Right. Let's hope we still have our gap. The face and the legs, I will give them an extra one, but we'll flash forward for that because that was more of the will we do it when we do it. This bit we know we're going to do it, so we'll flash forward for that bit. I did not turn the mic on. So all the hassle that I went through with chopping that up, I'll speed it up. Well, you'd have seen it'll be sped up, and I'll tell you I'm just putting wood glue on the underside. I mean, you saw everything else. I had a square or rectangle. I trimmed it down haphazardly. Decided I didn't need that piece. It broke off. It's fine. Got it to fit where I want it and put wood glue down on the underside. And when that's dry, I'll put it down the top side. The other bit was I was thinking, do I give him a basic face? So I tried positioning some. I quite like the look of it, so I'm rolling with it. That's where we're at. Right, let's get... And I've got to stop hitting that because I keep hitting that. I'll try and get these on there. Now this wood glue is pretty good, so I think they will stay. I don't think they'll flop too far around. And do I get a couple of very tiny bits? Because if I put 2 little pieces in as pupils, oops. I'm going to take that the world wants me to put 2 little bits in as pupils, so that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm going to let that dry. I'm not doing anything else to him right now. He's just got to dry. Our baby of Wicker Man, cocktail stick man, is taking shape. I have an opening. I have 2 platforms. So what I was thinking with a head was I was thinking of a couple ideas. So I gave him a neck, but it's too long. So I was going to groove in. I thought rather than tamper with that and potentially break it, I'm going to cut this back one off and push these flatter few against it. So I think what we're going to do is clip that one first. Doesn't need to go a whole lot, just a little bit. I think that was about enough. And that can go in there like that. But I've got to get something to support his head. Right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna put the head in there. We're just gonna trust that and let it just fall wherever it needs to fall. Head is glued. It's not going anywhere. So legs. I found my pegs that aren't art pegs. Well, didn't find them. Robbed 2 of my pegs that are my actual linen pegs. They've got a much bigger bite on them. And I had a little test to see if it would fit around the leg and the body, and it does. So, that's what we're going to try and do. Glue the legs in. Hold them in with pegs. About here and here. So I want this to go around here. Just leave that as it is for the moment. Now to try and get the other leg in. Roughly the right place. This might have to be one leg at a time, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to squish 2 pegs in. I think that needs to go about there. Let's see if we can. About there. He's going to chill and dry again. Okay, this is where we're at. He's in a funky little stand at the moment. I'll show you him. So this is where we're at with our little cocktail stick Wicker Man. I love that face. He's looking so proud. Now I've been having a think. I've created him a little stand because we're going to have to pop his arms on whilst he's upright. So if he lays down, gravity's just going to take effect. Now with his left arm, it does slot in quite well, so we could probably get away with wood glue. With his right arm, however, it's a bit hit and miss. So I was thinking, I have UV resin. I can do this nice and quick and securely if I pop some UV resin down, hold it in place and cure it. Then we'll be at the stage where we work out how we're going to actually make him stand. And I am at the moment swaying more towards the idea, rather than making him a base, of doing round the back, having, you know, some bamboo skewers, like so. Because that's how he'd be, well, he'd be sort of like, oh, I'm all the way over there. He'll be sort of sunk in the dirt in real life if he was a huge, massive Wicker Man. But there's still going to be some little support struts going down. So I think we're going to roll with that. So let me be confident, because I don't have any gloves over here. I'm going to be confident. This one, where was the angle? Goes in there quite nicely like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to work quickly because this is going to run quickly, so let me get everything to hand quickly. Well, it will run quickly once I get it to come out. Right, I'm going to let it run down a little bit. I'm going to use a cocktail stick to send it where we want it. Oh, where we want it to go. Hopefully there's enough in contact, which I think there is, to do this. So let me just pop this over there for a second. Right. We'll just let that cure. So we'll flash forward at this point. Okay, arm number 1 is in place. Can we get arm number 2? Right, yep, right there. Use the cocktail stick to shove it in so there's enough points of contact. And cure it. And we'll flash forward again. And I'm going to try not to wobble. Here it is. Oh, I love him. Look at him. He's so cool. I want to see if we can get him to stay upright. Just by having some struts like this. I'll have to work out where's going to be the best place. So I can't leave that in there right now, but that... that's what we got to do. We'll just have 2 that length coming out the back. Well, that one's doing it, but I want to get another one. I see where you're resting, right up in the corner of the leg there. See, that one's in a good place. Don't move. Let me try hard on the back of my head. I'm going to try putting some around the come on you. Putting some around here and flashing the light up and under. That's what I'm going to try. And get it where I need. Oh, he's on me. Right there. I'm going to try it like this. Where is it? Right up there. Right. Because as long as I can get it to hold there just enough so I can turn him upside down and secure it more. Let's try this. So we're going to flash forward. We are done. Our little Wicker Man meet cocktail stick man. Let's see if everything's done right. His door still opens. His light still goes in. Yes. Let me get the camera up on him, or the camera on my phone up on him. There he is. Oh, he's standing so proud. That is a proud stance, if ever I saw one. He's so cool. I like him. He's got character. Let's turn the lights off. See him blazing. How cool. He looks quite menacing as well with that upglow. Hopefully this is bright enough when it comes to editing, because sometimes I've recorded at this point and then when I've gone to play it back you can barely see. That looks so cool. Oh, he is mean. Let's get the light back up for a second. How cool is he? I really like him. He's a keeper. Because I don't think anyone else is going to want it. See how proud he stands? Look at that. Shoulders back, chest out, head back, looking down at the world. He isn't even looking our way. Oh, that is so cool. I'll come in at the top here so you can see. In fact, let's open up his door so you can see. This is what he looks like on the inside. He's got a little platform where so he's just like the Wicker Man. So if he were the Wicker Man, mind you, I think the Wicker Man had the people in his head, didn't he? But that doesn't matter. He eats them, so they're in his gut. So yeah, that's his inner workings. I'll have to... Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's him. I don't know if we can get up under there. But yeah, that's where we're just going upskirt. That's where the resin really came in handy. So yeah, let's relight him up. Let me know what you think. Do you think he was a success? I think he was a success, but then I really like him. I just love this face and the angles that everything have ended up. He's such a proud guy. Well, this was fun to do. I'm glad we did this. And this was just cocktail sticks and glue a little bit of fabric, and in the end, a little bit of resin. But we could have glued him all the way. I've been waiting so long to get him done because of all the waiting time in between gluing. I wanted to get him done now, but if you want to attempt something like this yourself at home, you can do all of this with PVA glue or wood glue. Or both. I use both in the end. You could do it all with PVA glue. It would just take longer. I want a bit of cling film to hold everything in place. But yeah, let's just take his light out of there for a moment, because once it comes out in a particular way, pop that up there for now. He's so cool. Well, I can't lay him down for the final shot, so I'll have to hold him at an angle. So if he lays down, he's going to be all like, oh, I don't know. I just like it if you could see his face a bit better. Don't move. Though he has survived a few drops, as you've seen. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you... I was watching him. I hope it's given you some ideas of things you can do with cocktail sticks and glue. I'm determined. Right, I'm going to get some friends involved. There we go. He ain't going anywhere now. Ignore the bear. Pretend the bear isn't there. Yes, as I was saying, I distract myself, as you all know. Or some of you will know anyway. I get distracted easily at times. I do hope this has given you some ideas. This was fun to do. I will try other things to create with cocktail sticks in the future, because they're such a cheap, especially when you can find them like in the UK in Home Bargains. I think this is, yeah, 500 cocktail sticks for less than £1. They were pence. I can't remember the exact pence. I think perhaps about 60 pence or something. And you can make so many different things with them. So they're a nice cheap sculpting medium. Just a bit of time, a bit of patience and a bit of glue. And maybe other stuff too. We'll see if in the future if we can have any luck just stringing these things together or taping them together. We'll try other ways. Oh, he's going to go again, isn't he? He's determined. So we're going to wrap up quick before he goes down, because I'm not always going to be looking at him. So, yep, again, thank you all so much for stopping by. Let me know what you think. I am curious. I don't expect you all to perhaps love him as much as I do, because he's my baby. But if you do, I'd love to hear. And even if you don't, I'd love to hear that too. So, like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.